voice in the distance, the lamb that was slain. My soul had no song that night that I could obey. When I needed a hero, he came and you saved.
All right. I don't know about you. Sometimes I'm a guy who looks forward to heaven. Sometimes even my looking forward to heaven makes some people uncomfortable. Because I wake up every morning. Every morning I say, and this, I tell people this, and they're like, come on, Chris. But every morning I wake up and I say, God, if today is the day that you decide to take me, I'm ready. I say that. Every morning I say that. God, if today is the day, because I believe heaven is real and it's true, and I'm like, if today is the day, I'm ready. Take me. Now, I'm not saying that you have that same thought process, but heaven is real and it's true. And there's some things that I look forward to in heaven. Of course, I look forward to being in the presence of God. I look forward to seeing Jesus face to face. But there's some other things I look forward to. I've read in scripture that there's a tree with like 12 different types of fruit on it from the tree of life. And I'm like, man, I want to try some of that. You know what I mean? I would love, I want to know what that's like. What is that? Fruit. What is that? Do you ever look forward to heaven? Yes. Anyone look forward to heaven sometimes? What are some things that you may look forward to in heaven that you want to, that when you get there, you're like, man, when I get there, I just want to. All right. Eric said, I just want to rest, because the life is it's just hardcore, right? Okay, you just want to rest. Anyone else? What else you look forward to, Felicia? Seeing people who passed on. Man, I think I thought about this. I was talking to somebody this week, and I said, man, my mom passed away when I was 16. I haven't been able to wish her a happy Mother's Day in 26 years. Man, I look forward to seeing her. I look forward to that. Praise God for that. Yes.
No more sorrows.
Okay, no more sorrows. No more sadness, Can you, no death.
Amen.
No sin inside of us, Like I'm sorrowful just because of the sin inside of me at times. I'm like, man, I hate this. No more sorrow. Maria. Worshiping forever. Okay, I like that.
No worries.
That's a big one right there. That's a big one, Lynn. She said, no worries. Could you imagine what it will be like not to have to worry about bills, not to have to worry about safety, not to have to worry about money, your job security? Can you imagine what it's not to have to worry about how you look in some sort of clothes? Can you imagine that? No worry, right? Wow. What else, Gene?
I got 1,000 questions.
You got 1,000 questions you want to ask God. I want to ask, and guess what? You have time. You have time for that. You have time for that. Sherry, I'm going to go 3 more. I saw 4 hands, so I'm going to go with those 4. What'd you say? No more sin. No more sin. That's, for me, that's the biggest, that I look forward to being in a place where I don't sin. Where I don't even think sin. Do you know what I mean? Oh, can you imagine? I would love that. I would love that. Tina.
To finally see Jesus and spend time.
Finally see Jesus and spend time.
To experience that unconditional love from everyone.
Experience the unconditional love from everyone. No stress. Last one, Dina.
No prejudice.
Okay, no prejudice. No sin in that way. That would be awesome. Would you say no pain?
No cable bill.
Okay, no cable bill. No KO bill, yes. I also look forward to the no pain though. You know, people say to me, you know, some of my younger people, they'll say to me, they go, hey, what's cracking? I'll go, my knees, my back, my hips, you know. Oh, you meant how am I doing? Oh, okay. My knees, my hips, my back. So, yeah, I look forward to it. One of the things that I look forward to the most, and I don't know if this is going to be possible when I go to heaven, but I say this to people all the time. I want to, I don't know if there's going to be like an IMAX theater in heaven, but I want to see like the Blu-ray disc of creation. You know what I mean? Just I want like a virtual reality of like, I want to stand in the middle of that while it's being made. I want to just, you know, do like, wow. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm going to ask that. Can I get that? You know, can I watch that? Can we play that DVD? And it may take 1,000 years to watch it, but I'm good. We're no longer dying. Let's just do this. You know, I want to see how the sun and the moon was made. You know, how'd you take this this ball of gas and fire and continually allow it to just feed itself? How did you make that? I want to see that. I want to see the earth and how it was made and the water coming up and the land that's there. And I don't know about you, but I am in awe of creation all the time. All the time. I'm sometimes upset when I go to the grocery store and I see, like, God has made things amazing, and I see like a little thing of blackberries, it's like $5. You know what I mean? When I was younger in Ohio, I would just ride my bike, get off my bike, eat some blackberries, and then get back on my bike. You know? That's what, and then I go to the store, I'm like, man, I would love some blackberries. And I look at them, I'm like, what? $5 for this thing? You know, and so, what'd you say? Shipping? Yeah, you got it. Whatever. We should plant more blackberry stuff. So anyway, I want to see how God created that. I want, you know, God, what were you thinking? I'm going to ask him, can you come and just answer some of the, what were you thinking? Why'd you put thorns on them? You know, it scratches me when I'm picking them. Make it easy. Why'd you do, you know, I think about that. I want to know the creation of just animals. You know, the creation of different animals like insects. You know, what made you think of the centipede? You know, look at that thing. It's really complex though. It's complex in the way that it's made and the things that it does. It's like, what made you think of that? You know? What was it that you were doing? Was it just your artistry? Was it just you as an artist doing that and creating that and then giving it a purpose? I want to know, you know, creation, that's part of it I look for. Okay, we're going to get it off the screen for you. All right, there you go. Man, what were you thinking of when you created man? Yeah. We had to, you know, this is church, so we couldn't just put them up there the regular way. Then you guys all be laughing about something else. What went into creating man? You know, I want to know that. You know, I want to look at that and understand creation and go through that with God, however long it takes. And because of this, I read through the creation story often. I love it. I love looking at it. I love seeing how God created. I love seeing what he does and how he did it and imagining it myself. I love doing that. But the most interesting part of all creation The most interesting part, when I read the creation story, the most interesting part of creation for me is the creation of woman. The most interesting part of all creation is the creation of woman for me. The reason being is because God created the universe. He created the sun, the moon, the stars. He created the earth, the land, the trees, the animals. And then he created man, right? And all of this is rolling along, and I'm imagining all of this. And then he goes and he puts it all together. And he says, okay, here's what I want you to do. Man, you have me. And now we're going to rule this earth. And woman's not there yet. Creation actually, God taking Adam through that, creation actually had to wait for woman. Like, that's amazing. There's no other part of creation that had to happen for. That's amazing to me. And then after that, God's like, okay, now that I've taken you through this time, and I don't know how long they waited for her, whether it was a year, whether it was 10 years, whether it was 100 years, I don't know, because they didn't die in age at that moment. Death hadn't entered the world yet, but he made them wait. Took them through a process and said, it's not good for you. All this stuff that I created, everything that I created is good. Here is the universe, it's good. Here is the earth, it's good. Here are the plants, it's good. Here are the animals, it's good. Here is you, man, it's good. Let's put it all together. And it's not working good, huh? There's something that's missing here. I need you to be able to see that there's something missing here. That everything I created, and even you're with me. Every day you're with me. But without that piece that's missing, it's not good. I need you to see how valuable and how important this piece is to this earth. I need you to see it. And so he took man through this process. And then when he created him, he says, now everything else I created from the stuff that was there. I created from the dirt of the earth. Man, I created you, and I gathered together all the stuff that the earth was made of. He says, here, I'm going to make woman, and she is going to be the only thing that is created. The only thing that is created out of flesh. She will be completely unique. She is completely unique in that way. Creation had to wait for her. She was created unlike anything else. And then once he gave her to him, everything was complete. But without that, nothing was complete. I love that part of creation. Like, man, I look at all of creation, I see that. And then this one piece God just makes everyone wait for. And there's a reason that he does that, to teach us how valuable, how important, how unique, how much she is worth to him. She is the most valuable of all of his creation. And here's what I love. That is all great, but here's a big piece. If I was to ask you, who is the creator of all things, you would say, and you imagine all the things we just got finished talking about, how creation came to be and only God could create. And so then God takes this woman that he made the earth wait for, this woman that he made different than everything else. He takes her and he says, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put creation inside of her. So that when people see her, when she creates, they see a piece of me. They see me. There's a song that I love, and I don't know about you, you guys might be surprised. I listen to country music. Yeah, uh-oh. Why you say uh-oh? I listen to country music. I like it. I enjoy it. And there's a song by this guy named George Strait called "I Saw God Today." Has anyone ever heard that song? He made it just like 3 people, 3 or 4 people, 5. All right, couple. You just don't want to admit it. Yes, you could turn that. Thank you. You don't want to admit it. You heard it. Some of you heard it. But for anyone who didn't hear it, there's a place. There's a thing that he's basically saying. He saw his child was born, and when his child was born, he's like, I saw God. Not saying that he saw his child was God or that she was God. But if God is the creator of all things, and he saw the creation of that child, the birth of that child, he said, I saw God in that. Can I read a couple of those lyrics to you? Yeah, can I read it? And he says this. All right, I'm gonna sing it if we got the song. Do we got some music in the back? Oh no? Dang it. I told him last service to get the music, I would sing it. No, acapella, you can't, no, I can't sing it acapella. Would you say you got Apple Music? Yeah, but then we'd have to wait for it if you get to Apple Music up and everything, so I'm just gonna read it. But I'm just letting you know I was willing to sing it. I was willing to. I'm just putting that out there. Here's what he says. He says, I walked down the street to the coffee shop, had to take a break. I'd been by her side for 18 hours straight. I saw a flower growing in the middle of the sidewalk, pushing up through the concrete like it was planted right there for me to see. The flashing lights, the honking horns, all seemed to fade away in the shadow of that hospital. At 5:08, I saw God today. He said, I've been to church, and because he's a believer, he's like, I've read the book, I've read the Bible. He said, I know he's here, but I don't look. He doesn't always look. He says, near as often as I should. Yeah, I know I should. His fingerprints are everywhere. If I just slow down and stop and stare, he's like, open my eyes, and man, I swear, speaking of that birth, he's like, I saw God today. I love these lyrics of the song because in that, what he's doing is he's describing something that we talk about in Scripture all the time. If you read Psalm chapter 139, we read it all. Well, if you've read it before, you've probably heard it before. I want to go there. Go there with me. Psalm chapter 139. We're going to read verse 13 and 14. If you don't have a Bible in front of you, you turn at the page 622. When you get there, look up. Don't start reading yet. Just that's all right. Yeah. Psalm 139. Everyone's looking up. When you're there, let me hear you say boom shakalaka. Boom shaka. I didn't hear you, Mark. Did you say boom shaka? Oh, you said it just really low? Okay. All right. All right, here's what he's talking. This is what the psalmist is saying at this time. He's talking about himself, and he's saying, for you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full and well. And he's saying, man, in creation, the works of creation, the creation of this earth, the creation of the universe, and the creation of human beings is a wonderful thing, but it is what God does. God is the creator, and God said, here's what I'm going to do. I need you to take this gift that I've given you in woman and understanding who she is. In her I put life. And in putting life and in building life and making life, making skin, making bones, making teeth, making fingernails, I made this and put it in her that you would understand and be able to see first, how valuable and important she is. Secondly, you would see me in her. This is who woman is. And this is why we celebrate Mother's Day. In celebrating Mother's Day, we're actually celebrating what God has created. The amazing creature of woman that God has created, that he made all of earth wait for, that he made the most unique on this planet, that he put life in, to where months at a time she is being used to knit together any piece of us, that we would come out and be fearfully and wonderfully made. That is an amazing thing. And so in this day, today, this is the day we come together and we help our ladies, whether the lady whether have had children or have not, whether will have children one day or will not. God still put life in her, and she is to be celebrated on this day. Woman should know how valuable she is to God, how much time he spent with man, spending time with man, teaching him this, and then putting it in his word that we may understand it. Our ladies, you are the amazing creation of God, the most valuable of all of his creation. And he wants you to know how much he values you, and we are to spend this day making sure that you know that. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. We love you.
I am now 11 years old.
Me and my unit are here today.
God, because God,
my
hero,
our
my
hero,
hero,
saved our lives.
saved my life.
Whoa.
Healer, deliverer, protector, provider.